mini lesson in everything that we just did.
Great.
The past two lessons.
Thank
So
you.
tell me when you're ready.
It's already running.
Okay.
Yeah, it's running. Yes.
Okay. So one lesson ago, we talked about moving out, and the idea was we could keep loose here, and play bigger, and move our elbow like this. So the first thing is making sure that that's good, and then I want to keep my wrist relaxed while I do this. I don't want to be like, that's no good. It needs to be more relaxed. So I think just isolating the wrist and letting the stick come back. If it's bigger, I'm going to let the stick come back further in my hand. If it's a smaller movement, I still could have that happening, but I have the stick there in the first crease of my fingers. So then that leads to this, doing a double stroke this way. And then we want to be able to eventually do our roll this way. See my elbow moving here. So then we talked about Moeller, this lesson. So the first thing we did was like 1 E and 2 E and E and and then we went and 1 and 2 and 3. And then we put the sticks on our hand and we went. Then we went. So that's our accented downbeat with an eighth note. And then we did 3 notes, triplets. Then we did 4 notes. And then I told you one hand at a time. Practice each one of these a bunch of times in a row. Then the next thing I gave you was accent sheets. So we did some eighth notes, and then we got to the point where we were going these things, and then we did triplets. Your problem in your right hand, my left hand, your right hand, is you don't know where to prepare always for that next stroke. So then we did this one, and this is both hands doing this. The last thing I gave you is something called 3 camps. It's an American drum solo. You might have done it before. I have my students go, it has an accent pattern that changes throughout the solo. But this is perfect for the Moeller. It's not a hard solo, but you really could work on whipping into the accents. And then what you're going to do, you roll. So this is your final exam for these 2 lessons, because you have a little elbow roll movement, but then we have accents around that. If I don't play any arms, and then arms, sounds much fuller when I add some elbow movement. That's it.
Great.
Good luck.